Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode on the survival world. That's right, we are back once again. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, welcome back to another episode on the Let's Play world. What you just saw was us clearing out a little bit of space below the spider farm. Now, I originally for this episode was going to do some work with the aesthetic work for the spider farm here, but I decided against it because I thought that I would do something else for today's episode. Oh yeah. So I thought I wanted to point out first though, with the spider farm, that I have made a couple adjustments here because it wasn't working great. Well, first of all, I had to replace the floors with slabs, which obviously you saw me do. But then I noticed because of that, spiders were getting stuck on these edges. So I made, for some reason, I didn't really need to, it turns out, but I made these water columns be only every other block, so I put fence gates in between, because you can't actually waterlog fence gates. But I also added water in between all of the layers, like so. And this basically meant that the water, if you can see that there, yeah, the water flows upwards, so if the spiders are, you know, halfway up in this block, they still get pushed across. That didn't really make much sense, did it? Yeah, no. So basically, instead of the water flowing like this, like it was before, it is flowing like this, with an extra water source up the back, so it slopes up like so, pushing the spiders along. Yeah, I apologize for my voice currently as well. It is currently the morning, and I'm feeling slightly sick. Anyway, on with the rest of the video. So that works a whole lot better now, with those small modifications made. And it's still a little bit laggy, but I've done a little bit of AFKing at this place, and oh yeah, look at all of that string. Plus a couple bones and arrows, we can get rid of those. But yeah, anyway, that is a lot of string, and that's actually going to be coming in handy, quite a bit handy for today's episode, because what we're going to be doing in today's episode is we are going to be heading over to the witch farms. Oh yeah. So I went ahead and I reset the chunks with the witch huts in them. Now, it looks a little bit strange. You can see there's just a little bit of land around here, and there's, you know, the witch there, and so yeah, you can see it's definitely working now that I've reset the chunk. So unfortunately that did get rid of a little bit of the redstone in here, but I did pick it up already. I went through and just grabbed anything that I wanted to grab, and you can see, yeah, that chunk has been reset. However, of course, just in case, I also reset the other witch farm, or the other witch hut. There was not a farm around this one. But you can see, yeah, the witch is in it, and there's a little bit more land around this one. Looks really funny, and even the pig spawned with it as well. That's kind of cool. But yeah, so there are the chunks that have been reset. Let's get rid of this witch here because they're a little bit annoying here. Oh, a spider eye. Alright, I feel like we need to hang on to that for a memento. Funky shunky. This will be episode 42. Alright, so I'm really happy with how the previous episode turned out. And I hope you guys enjoyed that one. But for today's episode, what we're going to be doing is rebuilding a couple of these witch farms, because it's about time. It's about time we actually build the witch farms and we continue work on this thing. I've been putting it off for such a long time because I thought it would just be so much effort to build the witch farms, and I didn't have the materials and blah blah blah. I still don't really have the materials, to be fair. I've got barely any redstone whatsoever, so we might actually have to go mining for redstone. Yeah, that'll be a first. I think. Maybe we'll have some redstone ores laying around. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. I didn't know we had these, but we got a lot of redstone ore sitting around here. Now, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to use pretty much all of this. Yeah, pretty much all of this to build the witch farms here. So, the design I'm going to be using is one by Ilmango. I want to go with the most efficient possible design I can do. So, yeah, that's basically, it's going to be using the shifting floor thingo, and, you know, I think that still works. And it's a really cool design, so I'm going to be going ahead and using that one. But first, we need to mine all of this redstone ore. Wow, wow, wow. Look at all of this beautiful redstone. We have been missing this for quite a while. Look at that, almost 2 stacks of blocks. Oh, I am incredible. You do not know how relieved I am to have that. Yeah, wow. Alright, well, anyway, I'm going to need some more food over here. Let's check how the chicken farm is holding up. We have done a lot of work since we built this thing in this world. So let's see. Whoa. Okay. The old chicken farm never produced that much, even after, you know, multiple AFK overnight sessions. So I'm really happy with how this new chicken farm's doing. But anyway, so now the grind begins. I need to gather enough materials for 2 of these witch farms. I don't have any of the sorting systems built or anything for the actual drops, so we're gonna have to make a couple of temporary bits for storing this, for storing all the drops from the farm. But I think first, before we do that, we're actually gonna have to go ahead and rip out anything that we don't need, which includes the walls of the old farm and the redstone behind it and all that. Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of all this. So I'm going to get my demolition pit going, and yeah, let's start digging all this out here. Alright, so it's quite a few hours later, and I've gathered all of the materials, but not just one set of materials, 2 sets of materials. That is right. In terms of the blocks, I got way more blocks than I needed in all of, you know, the theme for the witch farm area. So I decided to, yeah, go a little bit overboard with that one, so we can design it however we like. But anyway, we have the same amount of materials, all the redstone required, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we've got 2 lots of the 2 lots of the materials here. So I'm going to grab one of them here, and let's fly over to the witch farm. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with this one. This is where the old original witch farm used to be. It's kind of sad to see it not here. It was one of the original builds, and one of the, you know, most fun I've had with a build in Minecraft for quite some time. I designed the whole thing. It was, you know, quite a blast. But anyway, it's time for it to go, and it's time for a brand new one to go in its place. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to lay down all of these shulkers right here. So yeah, we've got all of these here, and that was kind of cool. I'm really good at getting distracted, but yeah, anyway, you can see kind of the color palette we have gone for, the block palette we've gone for over by the witch farm. So I'm going to do a similar thing, you know, but for the witch farms themselves, right? I'm a little bit delusional at this current point in time, so yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to jam on the tutorial from Ilmango and start building this witch farm. Alright, so I've been going for a very long time here. Over an hour has been spent building this farm, and it is nearly done. It's getting there. It is definitely getting there. That is way off-centered. Come on, Ilmango, what are you doing with designing these farms? Anyway, actually, you know what? That's relatively close to the center, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, so we've gone ahead and we have built up the whole functional part of the farm pretty much. I'm just working on building the roof overhead, and I want to make it look alright because I want this farm to look pretty decent. Now, I don't know whether these, you know, full blocks here will reduce the spawn rates or whatever, but honestly, I don't really care that much. I kind of just want it to, you know, kind of look good. Yeah, I want it to look pretty decent, and I also want it to be able to work well as well, obviously. But if making it look good means sacrificing a couple drops per hour, I'm not really super fussed. But yeah, anyway, so this has been what I've done so far. What I'm thinking I want to do now is, well, build the roof across the top here. Now, I'm thinking of doing... No, we can't use trapdoors, can we? Because the light can go through. I guess we'll have to use slabs. We can still possibly make it look decent by using slabs. Yeah, the design process is a little bit difficult here, I will say. Always happens like that, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm really glad we were actually using some of this dark oak wood here, because it means that, yeah, because we've got a lot of it. As you probably saw in the previous episode, we've got, like, over 2 double chests worth of just dark oak logs from chopping down multiple forests. So, yeah, we could definitely afford to use some of these things. What's going on there? Oh, okay. Anyway, so now to build, I think we need to go across here and then build around there. So, yeah, let's see how that'll work. You know what, I have changed my mind. I'm not doing these beams that go along. I think it looks kind of strange. Alright, so this is more of what I was thinking, having vertical beams come up like so. Now, as a result, I think what I'm going to do is make these come down like so, just like that, and this one already comes down, but will we have another one that goes up here? Don't think so, maybe? Alright, so I've gone ahead and added more of these stairs along here as well. Yeah, that's all I've done. So what we need to do now is we need to start making this go in diagonally like so. Now I hope we have enough spruce for this whole thing, because it's definitely taking quite a bit of spruce. Don't know why I chose spruce, but anyway. So if we make this go all the way across here, we should see it line up there. Okay. And then we can go across there. Okay, this is definitely going to take a lot of spruce slabs. Okay, but yeah, that is the general idea here. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and ditch this whole roof idea. It looks really bad and I'm not the biggest fan. So what I think I'm going to do instead is build walls down. So it's still dark in there, however, I don't have to, you know, worry about this dirty great big roof going over the top here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Now, I want to do a pattern like this, and I think, yeah, I'm going to repeat that design along here. I've already built a lot of the stony bits down here. We should have some andesite slabs that I accidentally crafted up earlier somewhere. Yeah, anyway, I think, yeah, okay, there they are. So we can use those as full blocks, I guess. So yeah, I think I'm going to repeat this design all the way around, rip out this whole sunroof type thing, because it really doesn't look very good, does it? I mean, let's be honest, let's look at it from this angle. Looks a bit weird, doesn't it? I feel like it would look a lot better if we just have this type of a thing going down. Yeah, definitely. Alright, let's go ahead, tear this roof out, and yeah, I'll be back with you once I have built, hopefully, the whole external, you know, all the externals for this thing. Exteriors, that's the word I was thinking of. Alright, just to confirm, yes, this thing does work. There's witches in it. Let's see if I can shoot them. Nope, okay. Yeah, it definitely works. There are a couple witches in here who threw a poison potion at me. Oh, okay. Get out of here. Alright, cool. So, because we don't actually have a killing chamber for this thing, these witches don't seem to be dying. But yeah, you can see, we've actually, okay, this poison's about to end. We've actually gone ahead and finished off one side over here. So if we take a look, yeah, almost finished off. But yeah, that's looking really, really good. I'm really happy with how that looks. And if we come around the side here, we should see there's a couple chests in the way, but yep, done that side as well. So it's looking pretty cool. It's not looking the best, to be fair. There are a few improvements that we might be able to make and stuff like that, but I think so far it's looking really quite cool, and I'm really happy with how it is starting to come together. Anyway, so now I just need to finish off this thing, the exterior to the witch farm. Alright, so this thing is incredibly close to being complete. It is just the fact that, yeah, there's some redstone in the way. This, right here, this little ether hopper clock is a little bit in the way of, you know, where we'd put the wall ordinarily, isn't it? So we gotta kind of think of a different way to hide this one, I guess. Maybe what we can do instead is have just horizontal beams going across or something. It's honestly the best we could do, really. I'll mine these little bits down as well, because, you know, may as well. And I think, yeah, what we're going to end up doing is, if we get rid of these slabs, just putting not vertical beams, horizontal beams, like that, going along here. So something along the lines of this. So it doesn't look the best, but hopefully when we strip it, it'll look a little bit better. Yeah. It's not great, but it'll have to do. So, yeah. I want to get this thing done. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that then. And there we go. With that, it is done. Yeah, the witch farm, well, for the most part, is complete. Yeah, so let's get a nice fly around of this thing. It's a weird looking little thing. It is a weird looking thing. I am fully ready to admit that. But I think it's kind of cool. You know, I think it's kind of cool. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And, yeah, I think that's pretty good. If you listen closely, you can even hear a couple witches. Oh yeah, you can see them in there. Alright. So we actually have some witch residents in here. Now all we need to do is build the actual, you know, circuitry for this bottom catchment system where we're actually going to kill the witches. Alright, so what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is dig under here. Now, unfortunately we can't really see that much. Do I have anything that will actually allow us to see? Not really, other than like maybe a flint and steel. That'll work. Okay. So I'm going to dig under here and, alright, we're at the edge there. And we can basically see when we can, you know, how much we need to dig out here. So it's that should be the by 9 space. So then we need to go 7, so because it's a 7 by 9 platform. Okay, the witches are dropping through now. This isn't good. I'm just trying to dig this out, man. Why are you dropping through and trying to kill me? Alright, so here we are. Now we have dug out all of this. I really hope fire tick is off. I think I remember turning it off. Let me double check. Okay, fire tick is set to false. Alright, thought I would just double check that one. Anyway, so basically what'll happen with this farm is the witches will drop through here. So if we go and get a little bit of distance from this thing, just a little bit, if we go like maybe to out here, witches should be able to start spawning. And then if we go all the way back now, we should see that hopefully there's a couple witches that have gone through, maybe, hopefully, possibly, maybe. Nah, okay, I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. But, yeah, witches will fall through here, and they were falling through while I was actually digging this out. Alright, so now what we need to do is create some form of water system that'll push them all to one point, and we'll kill them using entity cramming. That's why we have all of the minecarts. So, building that, we've actually gone through a few of our dark oak supply, but don't worry, we've still got plenty, and we've actually still got a little bit over by TNT Town as well, from digging that area out. So, yeah, I definitely wouldn't worry a huge amount. But anyway, do we have an iron shulker? I don't think we have an iron shulker. Hopefully we have some buckets in here somewhere, because, okay, we've got a bucket there, and plus we can turn this compressed ice into, you know, regular ice if we need to. Alright. I think I heard a witch fall through here. Oh, yeah, there's one. Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm going to brighten this up in the video editing here, because it's a little bit dark, but I am here, and this is where the killing chamber is going to go, right here. So now, basically, what I have to do is if I grab the minecarts here, I need to grab these minecarts, and I need to start just spamming them on the rail here. Now, I think I'm going to get all my tools out of my hotbar in favor for minecarts. Oh yeah. So then I literally just need to do something a little bit like this. And then grab some more. And then, uh-oh. Gotta not do that. Yeah, that would be really bad. But anyway. And then the last few, and then we should be good. Honestly, this should start killing things pretty soon. Oh, yeah. But I guess we should keep going because I gathered that many minecarts, so yeah, anyway. So I think that is just about everything here. So let's go ahead pick this back up. If we walk in here, it should start, yeah, brutally murdering us. So if we do that, then yeah, you can see, oh, I think we were meant to put a hopper under there. I figured out the way that you should place in these minecarts here. You fill up your inventory with something, chuck them all on the ground, and then you just go boom, 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 boom. Just like so. Super, super easy. But anyway, let's test it. Oh, yeah, okay. Jeez, those things really pack a punch. But anyway, so yeah, that is the minecart killing system in place there. Now, basically, all we need to do is create a few chests here. So let's create another one, and then maybe one more double chest, just like so. we've got plenty of wood, so we don't really have to worry about, you know, that front anyway. So then we should just be able to add in chests like so. This is obviously only going to be temporary because we don't actually have a sorting system in the actual witch farm. So we're having to do this for the time being, just add some temporary chests, which is what we had going before. So yeah, that's not the best, but you know, it's the best we can do currently, and I think it's perfectly acceptable, to be fair. So yeah, that's what we're going to do here. And then I think what we can do is just add in a couple slabs going across like this, and then that'll stop the witches from getting out, and we can still see them if we really want to. So yeah, that should be just about everything for this farm done. So let's go ahead and make a little bit of a temporary entrance to this thing just by digging out here. Alright, so now we have access to all 3 chests. We have the minecarts there, and if we come here, we have a way out, which comes just to out the front of this right here. Alright, perfect. Alright, so now all we need for this farm to be fully functional and, you know, be able to work is we need to create an AFK platform. Now, for that, we're going to have to work out a few different things. Yeah, quite a few different things. So, I don't want to build it directly above this because, that isn't going to be perfect, right? Because higher up you have blocks, the decreased rates or whatever. I think you can do it with glass, actually. Okay, yeah, pretty sure that you can do it with glass. So I want to find the minimum Y value that mobs will actually be at in this thing. That being at 54. But let's go 53 just to be safe. Because we want to go then 53 plus 128, which is 181. We want to go up 181 blocks. So we need to make sure we have 181 blocks on us. And then we probably want to build the spawning platform out of glass. So do we have any? We have a little bit of spare glass. Okay. So yeah, we want to make sure we make the not the spawning platform, the AFK area totally out of a non-solid object. Alright, so let's find the center of this thing. I think this might be the center. Right there. Okay, so let's get up onto here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, this is the center. Okay, so then we want to go up to Y equals 181 here. And for our 180th block, we are going to put glass. So we want to make this room entirely out of glass, or non-solid objects, that is. So let's go ahead and build a small platform that is out of glass here. And, yeah, so I am fully aware that I said 181 before, but it has just occurred to me that if, you know, the sphere might not be a perfectly flat on the bottom because it does spawn in a sphere radius, right? So it might not be perfect on the bottom there. Alright, so now that we have this platform, we can go ahead and pretty safely just dig this dirt pillar down. There we go. Alright, so now we have that platform up there, and hopefully, if we're lucky, some witches would have died while we were actually building up there. So let's go and take a look in here. Wow, look at that. It looks like already a bunch of witches have already fallen through and ended up dying on here. That is incredibly great. We might actually have to add some more chests to this thing. Otherwise we might run out of storage. So I think, yeah, let's go ahead and add... Let's go with 3 more layers of chests, double the chest storage. I want to make sure I don't run out if I do like an overnight AFK session, for example. Oh, okay. Looks like there are a couple of mobs spawning in this area. So I've got to go around and spawn proof all of it. Luckily we have a bunch of spare spruce slabs that we can go around spawn proofing with. So I'm going to make sure that everything is spawn proof in this area. And yeah, I'll be back with you once I have spawn proofed everything. Oh my god. I cannot believe that I managed to survive that. Wow. Wow, okay. So you can actually already hear a witch dying again. Alright. Let's add in these final 3 hoppers and there we go. So that is this thing complete for now, asterisk. Yeah, there's still a couple more details I'd like to do, like main one being hook it up to this thing right here, but for the most part this thing is actually done, which is really cool. So I think, yeah, I think that's all I'm going to get done in today's episode. I know I did gather the materials for the other one as well, but due to there being no internet, and I can't exactly record that right now, can I? I think I'm going to end up doing that one in a whole nother episode. Alright, and finally, before I end off today's episode, I thought that I would show off what comment I'm going to pick for today's episode. Because remember, I'm picking comments. Yeah, every episode. I'm picking a comment that I liked the most, I guess? I don't know. I'm quickly realizing this isn't going to fit on signs. I might go with a book and quill approach instead. Yeah. Alright, so here we have... The elusive spider shall never grace try with its presence. That comment was made by Game Mash on episode 41. That's right, I did a little bit of remodeling in this place to, you know, count for lecterns. So, yeah, we've got the book in there with a lectern. I thought it was pretty cool, so yeah, slowly but surely we're going to fill up this area. And, yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. So that was probably my favorite comment on the previous episode. I thought it was kind of funny. Of course, we have fixed the spider farm now, so that's what he was referring to. Episode 41, we built the spider farm. So yeah, shall never grace me with its presence. Well, it has now. So yeah. Anyway, if you want to be next episode's comment of the episode, oh yeah. I also the way I named this is you can see episode is E41 and then D 21st of the 6th 2020, which is obviously the date it was written, not the date today, but the date the comment was written, because it would be a bit confusing with, you know, when I'm recording this versus when it comes out and all that. So I decided to put the date of, you know, when it comes out. I should probably actually write who wrote it though. Oh well, something to learn for next time. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and end off today's episode here. Hopefully it's not much of a short one. I always tend to make these long anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this episode on the survival world. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.